Hey, what's going on everybody? It's your favorite raccoon with a shitload of hair, Michi, coming back at you again with another fucking video. And today, Texans have been kind of having their thermostats hijacked, and Twitch banning some of its more naughty users. Founder of Coinbase the other day basically said that 90% of your NFTs are gonna be worth jack shit within the next few years. And Logan Paul being just kind of a jackass again and thinking that he can take on a person who literally bit off ears in the 90s. But the first thing I wanted to talk about today was Twitch actually banning some of its users. Would you look at that? Twitch banning people? Never heard of that before. I'm totally not bannovating right now. Over the past few months, Twitch has been having kind of a problem with a weird ass type of meta. And if you are just completely unaware of what a meta is, it's just what you need to do to succeed. I don't really know how else to describe what the last few months have been for the Twitch meta other than just pure degeneracy disguised as a gaming platform. For some reason you've been living under a rock, Twitch has been having a massive problem with Twitch streamers just kind of wearing suggestive clothing and then just streaming. They take advantage of plenty of loopholes in the rules just so they can get away with getting on stream, making a shitload of cash. I don't know, at some point I remembered it was at a point where people were literally just painting on their naked bodies. Just let that set in for a second. That wasn't that long ago. That was only one president ago. But yeah, Twitch has just banned Amaranth, IndieFox, and Hydro X. What the fuck is their name again? Exo Hydra X. Because recently they've been doing these type of ASMR streams that was honestly less ASMR and more ASSMR. But over the last few months, there was the hot tub meta where people would be sitting in a hot tub in very, let's just say, suggestive clothing. Over the past few months, Twitch has had a meta where people would just hop in hot tubs and just kind of do hot tub things, because in Twitch's rules they allowed people to be wearing less clothes if they were in a situation that kind of made sense. So like for instance, if you're at a beach, it would be normal to see people in bikinis, so they allowed bikinis if you were nearby bodies of water. One thing led to another, and it's softcore porn. Recently, since Twitch has banned the hot tub meta basically, the brand new quote-unquote ASMR TikTok leggings yoga meta. I can't believe I fucking read that out loud. But yeah, basically it's just the same shit except for take out the hot tubs and bikinis and then just swap it out for these really shitty fucking leggings you can get on Amazon for like some dollars because some kid in China probably slaved over it. And then what you do next is that you pick up one of these 3 Dio things. Yeah, Dio, that's the spelling, I shit you not. But basically, it's just 2 microphones with like silicone ears that they fucking lick. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, it's not like I haven't listened to ASMR before. I mean, it's alright. It gets weird at a point, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll talk about my thoughts on this shit later on, but kind of looking at the replies here, we got Summit1G saying, looks like the hot tub meta got too low on numbers without the just chatting section carrying it. Time to move on to ASMR. Lamau, what a joke, man. Then you got Asmongold over here with Twitch wrote themselves into a corner by playing into the intellectually dishonest rhetoric that they won't punish perceived attractiveness for streamers who make obviously sexual content. If they do something, they side with the incels. If they don't, they're SJWs. Ideology over reality. And just kind of looking at her Twitter right now, she's just kind of making an ass of the situation. Just tweeting, hey Amaranth, want to go to a spa since we both have the weekend off? I could really use a tongue massage. Oh my fucking, why did I didn't even read that first. I didn't even wanna, ew, fucking AIDS. And another tweet I didn't see, Jake Lucky tweeted Amaranth and IndieFox have been banned on Twitch, which IndieFox replied, they saw how hard we've been working and wanted to give us both the weekend off. What a fucking troll. And if you don't already hate this thing enough, one thing people have been sharing around, I'm gonna censor the image I'm gonna be showing, but dear fucking God. You could probably guess what's happening right then and there. I hate every part of this image with every fiber of my being. I love it. Unfortunately, nothing came out. We're going into the shark territory if I tried any harder, Lamau. Oh my fucking God, why am I reading this shit? As for my thoughts on all this, I could honestly really care less. I don't really use Twitch. I don't really watch people on Twitch except for like a few top streamers and my own friends, honestly. At the end of the day, if Twitch just either banned it outright or made a completely like revamped section of Twitch just for like adults, I think either solution would kind of make part of the platform leave, so there is no real winning for Twitch at this point. At the end of the day, what the fuck do I care? I just kind of go in there to troll a buddy from Glasgow, so on to the next story. And coming up in the news, we got an article from The Observer. We got the founder of Coinbase just kind of roasting the shit out of everybody that owns NFTs right now. In a way, kind of incentivizing you to kind of sell off your NFTs while you still can. Non-Fungible tokens, or NFTs, have taken the art market and its many adjacent industries by storm this year, and its extremely volatile trading activities make it still too early to say how it's going to play out. But according to one of the earliest purveyors of cryptocurrencies, the vast majority of NFTs in the market today will be worthless in just a few years. In an interview on Bloomberg TV this week, Coinbase co-founder Fred Eshram, I hope I'm saying that right, drew parallels between the rise of cryptocurrencies and the doctor boom of the 1990s, with him being quoted as saying, "I'd go so far to say that 90% of NFTs produced, they probably will have little to no value in 3 to 5 years. You could say the same thing about early internet companies in the late 90s. That's a kind of a parallel I never really expected to hear, because whenever I hear anybody talk about NFTs, when in relation to their value, they always try to make the argument that they're kind of like antiques or more like Pokemon cards that are just super rare, as they'll only appreciate in value as time goes on, but not depreciate in value. This Coinbase founder doesn't agree with at all. People are going to try all sorts of things. There will be millions and millions of cryptocurrencies and crypto assets, just there were millions and millions of websites. Most of them just won't work. Eshram began trading Bitcoin around 2010 while working as a foreign exchange trader at Goldman Sachs. He left the investment bank to co-found the cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase with Brian Armstrong in 2012. Short-term fluctuation aside, Eshram believes that cryptocurrency truly is the next internet-sized opportunity for the United States. The world doesn't change overnight, but you can see the seeds of exponential growth occurring already. I do think we will live in a future where for us to coordinate, we won't need these centralized platforms today. That's already true for financial services, in that you can be your own bank. You don't need a central institution to hold your money anymore. And to really condense that into non-entrepreneur speak, he's basically just saying that this kind of opportunity that cryptocurrency can give the United States is just as big as the opportunity the internet did. It just vastly improved our lives, but with some drawbacks. And we're seeing that already. But at the end of the day, he still believes that NFTs are gonna be worthless pieces of shit. So everybody who's buying Earth 2 and Mars, or have you seen that? People are literally buying digital pieces of Earth. Like, motherfucker, like, you're gonna own my house. Next up is the reason why I destroyed my fucking Amazon Alexa. So if you don't know what's going on right now in Texas, there's a heat wave going on. I talked about it in one of my other videos, but it's getting really fucking hot out there. Hotter than usual. Like, almost like a heat wave is going through. A couple Texas residents, according to this Daily Dot article, are waking up sweating as Texas power companies remotely raise temperatures on people using their smart thermostats. Some power companies in Texas are remotely raising temperatures inside of the customers' homes amid the state's ongoing energy shortage. Yeah, so basically all these people were using like these Ring or Google smart thermostats, and something about these thermostats is that they have almost widget-like applications where they're just little micro apps where you can see basic information about the weather nearby, the 7-day forecast, you know, basic shit like that. And if you look at the image closely in the background of the TikTok, you can see on this Nest thermostat, it says energy rush hour. AE scheduled an energy rush hour for 3:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. and it just has like a little gear with a leaf on it. It is literally raising the temperature of the thermostat on people, even if they like set it to something else. Houston resident Brandon English, whose home has an internet-connected smart thermostat installed, was shocked to learn of the practice after his wife and infant daughter woke up sweating. Speaking with KHOU 11, English stated that despite his wife turning down the temperature before taking a nap with her 3-year-old child, the temperature in the room rose significantly. They'd been asleep long enough that the house had already gotten to 78 degrees, English said. But yeah, the fact that it was like not only just a random ass woman, but a 3-year-old kid, and if you know anything about kids, they like don't handle heat well at all. You know, babies and ice cream, they're pretty fucking similar. You chuck them both at a wall, they're gonna splatter everywhere. You leave them out in the sun, they're going to literally melt. English appeared to have enrolled the thermostat operated by the company Energy Hub in a program known as Smart Savers Texas. KHOU 11 notes. The program, which customers have an opt-in to, allows power companies to remotely adjust thermostats when energy demands are high. Upon realizing the details of the program, English says he immediately unenrolled. I wouldn't want anybody else controlling my things for me. And yeah, you know what, that's honestly fair. I don't really know how I would feel if my governor could just fucking turn on my oven whenever. That would be kind of a bitch, you know, just kind of imagine it. You're like doing your dishes, you're about to throw in a load of laundry, and then your governor just shuts off your water, and they're just like, oh yeah, you know, water's kind of high in demand right now. In other cases, residents with Google Nest's thermostats received messages noting that their temperatures had been adjusted during a energy rush hour. The issue comes shortly after the Electric Reliability Council of Texas called on the customers to reduce their energy usage and adjust their thermostats to 78 degrees or higher. Wait, 78 degrees? Oh wait a fucking second. What in the fuck, man? I sweat very easily. I live up north, you know, it's very cold here, or, you know, as cold as it can be. Looking at the thermostat right now, it's only like 66 degrees, but the fact that you have to like manually put your shit to 78 when my family, bless their hearts, but they throw a fucking fit if it goes anywhere over 72. But yeah, my thoughts on this whole thing, that is actually really scary just how easily like they snuck in that type of feature in a Google Nest or really any other type of internet connected thermostat. That makes me wonder what other type of Wi-Fi connected things really have the capabilities to do that we are just like not aware of. Like, I'm not gonna go all QAnon and saying that like my phone is constantly watching me or try to say shit like they're building 5G towers to make me a femboy. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all just kind of like crazy talk, and at the end of the day, all that shit's kind of like crazy talk, and if you really believe that, I bid you well in a mental asylum. For our final story, I have to ask you a question. Is Logan Paul just an idiot? Or does he have some seriously big balls? Because, quote unquote, Logan Paul is confident he can take on Iron Mike. Logan Paul believes that he can defeat Mike Tyson due to the former heavyweight champion's age. While discussing wanting more fights with his brother, 3-0 boxer Jake Paul, Logan recalled, someone mentioned Mike Tyson. Like, how funny is it? One grade at a time. My lawyer mentioned it, and he's like, no, Tyson will rip your head off, you don't stand a chance. His lawyer seems to think that Logan Paul is just kind of an idiot, but I don't know, he has the height and age advantage. But in all reality, you can't really beat years upon years upon years upon years of experience that Mike Tyson just inherently has. I know Jake and Logan Paul had like wrestling backgrounds, but that was like, what, 4 years at best? Mike Tyson has like decades upon decades of experience of just boxing alone. Logan though begged to differ and took a shot at Tyson's age. I'm like, bro, I just went through all of this, you can't tell me I can't beat Mike Tyson. Bro, he's old. Well, holy shit, I mean, what, how old is Mike Tyson now, actually? Yeah, no, he's only 54, and that's like the age of my own grandpa. So he's kind of right in the saying that he could be somebody's grandpa. Logan's like, what, mid-20s at best? He could very well be his own grandfather. If anybody knows anything about 54-year-olds, is that a lot of them are still pretty fucking spry. If a 54-year-old has to run, a lot of them can still run. You're not like crippled once you reach 54. Like, I even remember that one clip when he went on the JRE podcast where Joe Rogan was like literally commenting on how he scared the shit out of Joe just by how threatening Mike Tyson was at like, what, 54, 53, whatever. Weeks before Paul survived Mayweather, although the 44-year-old dominated every statistical category in the bout, Tyson expressed that he had no desire to fight either Paul brother. Wait, we have a quote from Mike Tyson. Hold on, I got this. No, I love those guys. The 54-year-old told TMZ when asked if he'd fight Jake or Logan. The former heavyweight champion also predicted Logan was gonna get beat up pretty bad in his expedition match against Mayweather. Alright, damn, Mike Tyson firing back with a shot of his own, but kinda seems like Mike Tyson at the end of the day was ultimately impressed by Jake and Logan Paul, so I don't know if that's more of like a dig or more of a kudos to Logan. Tyson is considered one of the greatest of all time heavyweight boxers. He competed in the ring from 1985 to 2005. Wait, so he's been boxing since, what, 4 years after my mom was born? Holy fuck. And was known for his fearless, intimidating style of boxing. He won his first 19 pro bouts by knockout, 12 of which occurred in the first round. He has been inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame and the World Boxing Hall of Fame as well. I didn't even know shit like that existed. Is it like, I kind of imagine like Mike Tyson's walking in a room that looks exactly like the champion room from Pokemon, where he just has to put down his boxing gloves on a little machine and it like records how many fucking punches he threw, and it like gives him back some bullshit ass stats like how much blood he's actually drawn or how many ears he's bit off. When it comes to Logan's future bouts, he's unsure who he'll take on next. I've been asking who's next, I really don't have an answer, he said on his podcast. Call me out, all ages, all sizes. Logan went on to brag about his solid bone density and claimed that his doctor said, "What in the fuck? You could hit me with a baseball bat and the bat would break." What is he, like fucking Russian?
In America, you break bone with bat. In Mother Russia, you break bat with bone.
Alright, well that's gonna wrap it up for today's video, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the gist. I am beyond tired. I've been up for like almost 2 days straight now, but you know the drill. It's me, Michi, going to fuck to sleep.